Hello everyone. My greetings to one and all. This is the 8th session on sustainable economic development. In the past few sessions, you have understood and analyzed the impact of development on water, on land use, on biodiversity, on forests, on climate, and one can observe that there has been a tremendous environmental loss due to excessive use of resources. I am Poonam Vohra from Egypt Economics Learning Center. This session focuses on the aim of sustainable development. So let us begin. Sustainable development is a process whereby development can be sustained for generations. It includes fulfillment of human needs for peace, clean air and water, food, shelter, education, and useful employment. Also, environmental issues like ecological integrity, reduction of waste, and protection of diverse species and ecological systems are equally important. It means that sustainable development is the sum of economic viability and ecological viability. That is, there has to be a judicious use of natural and human resources to achieve the sustainable development in the changing environment. So, sustainable development is the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. The global community has developed an agenda that promises to address the concerns of human development for all while ensuring the health of the planet and its ecosystems. Accordingly, India also aims to restore its natural capital and directed its development path through green growth interventions on future energy demand, emissions, energy access, energy security, and development indicators. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, that is OECD, defines green growth as promoting economic growth while reducing pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, minimizing wastes and inefficient use of resources, and maintaining biodiversity. Accordingly, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change is the nodal agency for India in the administrative structure of the central government for the planning, promotion, coordination, and overseeing the implementation of India's environmental, forestry, and climate change initiatives. The National Action Plan on Climate Change (NAPCC) was launched in 2008 by the Government of India for the mainstreaming climate change in the developmental process. It ensured energy security, reduced pollution, and increased access to energy through distributed and decentralized forms of energy systems. Currently, NAPCC has 8 missions that outline priorities for the adaptation to combat climate change. The current 8 missions are in the areas of solar energy, energy efficiency, sustainable habitat, sustainable agriculture, green India, water, Himalayan ecosystem, and strategic knowledge. The government is proposing to set up new missions on wind energy, health, waste to energy, coastal areas, and also redesigning the National Water Mission and National Mission on Sustainable Agriculture. Sustainable development imply how the resources can be utilized so that an interrelationship can be established among present and future generation. For that, many probable strategies can be useful. 1. Relating to technology. It is essential to adopt and use such technologies which are locally adaptable, eco-friendly, resource efficient, and culturally suitable. It should involve local resources and local labor. Hence, indigenous technologies are very useful, cost-effective, and sustainable. Second, adopt 3R approach. It advocates reduce, reuse, and recycle. That is, minimize the resource use them again and again, and recycle the material to achieve sustainability. It reduces pressure on resources as well as reduces waste generation and pollution. 3. To promote environmental education and awareness. Making environmental education the center of learning process will help in changing the thinking pattern and attitude towards environment. So this must be introduced as a subject right from the school. It will inculcate the feeling of belongingness to earth and will greatly help in transforming our lifestyles to sustainable ones. Fourth, to have resource utilization as per the carrying capacity. It means sustainability depends upon the carrying capacity of the system. Carrying capacity has two components. One, supporting capacity, that is capacity to regenerate, and two, assimilative capacity, that is capacity to tolerate different stresses. So in order to attain sustainability, it is important to utilize the resources based upon these two properties. Consumption should not exceed regeneration and changes should not be allowed to occur beyond the tolerance capacity of the system. If carrying capacity is crossed, there would be over-exploitation of resources, resulting in environmental degradation, and continues till it reaches the point of no return. The last one is improving quality of life. That is, development must take place in such a manner that it includes the sharing of benefits between rich and poor. Strong community participation has to be there in policy as well as in practice. I hope you have understood that due to environmental loss, the aim is to restore the resources which are so scarce and for which various strategies have been suggested. With this, the session comes to an end. The next session focuses on the National Action Plan to regenerate the resources.